to be talking about how to drive. And as you can see, it is snow and it is very cold out here. So we're going to take you through the whole real life process. I'm not going to hold anything back. I am a state certified driving instructor. So first thing I want to say to you, you got to get ready for the conditions out here. We're in the Midwest and it's snowing and it's cold. I just started the vehicle. So you can't just get in the car and go. I wiped off the windows. The wipers are not sticking, thank God. And I have the settings just right to blow on the inside windshield and to blow at my feet. It takes a moment to let the car warm up. I don't care if you have a Tesla, a newer car, 2024, a 2014, a 2010. You just gotta relax for a moment and not be in a rush, because if you're going to be in a rush, you're going to end up crashing, sliding, car's going to hit you. You've got to test the surface out here. So it's no joke. A lot of instructors and a lot of driving videos you see are just not talking about the real dangers. They just take you around the block, have someone driving, but I'm going to take you through the whole process, going through a drive-through, pulling out onto traffic, merging on an expressway, good speed control, bad speed control. So I really want you to join me. So I'm pulling up from a curb position. I walked around the car and didn't see anything leaking on the ground. The tires look okay. We have a half a tank of gasoline. The car is not warmed up fully. So I'm just gonna take a moment, and then I put my foot on the brake and I put it in D. I turn on my left turn signal. I'm gonna pull off from the park position. And you might wanna test the surface, see how we're sliding. It's slick out here. So if you're a rollover accident yesterday when I was teaching several clients, it was scary. We had to wait. So we wanna test their surface again. Still slick out here. And this is a 3,400 pound car. This is the SS Impala rear wheel drive. I'm gonna pause and then I'm looking left and right and I'm gradually gonna hit the gas. If I hit it too hard, I'm gonna spin out and flip this car over. Don't wanna do that. The hardest thing from what I see as teaching a beginner is them looking and judging traffic. If you misjudge traffic, you're gonna pull out and get hit. And then people will blame you. So I have to teach my beginning drivers, let's roll down the window, let's really look and be patient. This is why it takes so much time. Okay, I need to get in this middle turn lane to get into this private driveway for a restaurant. Doesn't matter, McDonald's, it doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna go in slow and easy. And thank God we don't have to put gas in. You will freeze. I put it in last night. All right. I don't know why they have only one drive-thru open. Let's get these customers in and out.
Welcome back. Will you be using the mobile app today? Go ahead, please.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Thank you, you too.
Yes. I need 2 number 2s. One is a medium with a diet.
We don't have diet currently. We're out until we get our truck tomorrow.
Okay. That's a regular.
Okay.
And the other one, I need a large coffee, 1 cream, 1 sugar.
All right.
And a large ice water.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Your total is $16.20.
Thank you.
Yes.
And just being courteous to people, right? You know, you got to have your meal to start you off in the morning, and that's really important. So you see the snow is coming down, no joke, and our headlights, the high beams are on because this car is old, and I got to get those turned off because I don't want to blind people. and your hands don't work as good.
1620. What, sir?
What's up? Freezing, but I'm good. I'm not scared. I'm scared.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But the cold out here, if you've never been in a cold, your hands freeze. Luckily, I got a hat on my bald head, and I have layers, so you got to dress properly, okay? And you got to just take your time.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Whoa. So, to bring a meal to someone in the morning, you really see their face light up.
Have a good day.
Thank you so much. And I get a chance to do that. So, also pulling out of these fast food driveways can be dangerous. People are sticking french fries in their nose. They're not really paying attention. True. So you got to come up to this edge and look. And the car's still not warm. And then you got to go into the first lane. I've had my drivers yesterday, they go all the way to the left lane. That's wrong. And you'll get hit. And I tried to tell them this, and they just look at me like I don't understand. So you literally have to tell them, turn into the nearest lane so you don't get hit by oncoming traffic, but they just don't get it. So when you're out learning how to drive, a beginner, a new driver, an experienced driver, keep your turn short because no one expects you to go wide, but that takes work. And these drivers are on their third, fifth, seventh lesson, and it's the small things, okay? The temperature is around 30 degrees. So you see this blowing snow, and I'm not going to manifest our car breaking down, but if it does, I'm ready because I have my boots, I got my hat, I got my vest, I got my jacket, I'm dressed in layers. I do not have gloves though, so my hands are freezing, and frostbite is no joke. So I got to go into the turn easy. If I go fast, I'm going to slide all over the road. And these side roads, this is where it gets bad. So I'm going to go slow and easy and just take my time, let the car work for the environment. And I was telling my adult drivers, we're just going to drive through this snow and just take it easy. We're not late. We don't have to be anywhere. We have to drive for 2 hours. And it's really a state of mind because if you're late, you're going to do stupid stuff. Backing into cars and going too fast. And we're not trying to do that. We're just trying to get a rhythm of good driving. Okay? And I'm pausing for a second. I've got to drop off this meal to the client. You didn't know I helped the client, right? It's a 75-year-old couple. And when you do good things happen. Give me a moment. I shall return. Just give me 1 second. And you don't want to slip. And if you slip and fall, that's your fault. All right, gang, you saw me cleaning off the headlights. We're gonna make sure those headlights are clean. The snow is coming down. It's cold. In this cold weather, this takes the energy out of you. Okay? So you gotta be mentally ready. I got up an hour and a half early, got ready, got my winter gear on, my boots, my hat. You know, the car's starting to get warm. I do have some Rain-X on the windows. I'm not sponsored, but that stuff works good. It puts a little slippery film on the car, on the windshield, and it helps that ice and snow not stick on there, but it does give you a little glare feedback, so that's pretty good. So what I'm gonna do now is a 3-point turnaround. I'm gonna pull in this driveway. It's the front view. I'm gonna roll back. I'm turning the wheel to the left. The rear will go to the left. I don't want to hit a car, so I'm looking out my window. And then I back up, and then I'm gonna turn the wheel all the way to the right. And then I'm turning, and then I turn out. You gotta know how to steer properly and really manage your space. Some people turn hand over hand, hand to hand, spin the wheel. At the end of the day, we want you to be comfortable. I don't want to slide. I want to take my time. I want to see this car connect to the surface of the ground. A lot of driving instructors and people who just do these random videos don't talk about this. This is where it gets slick. Watch, I'm gonna hit the brakes. See me kind of slide? Don't want that. My client yesterday said, why is the brake pedal moving? I said, that is the ABS. And that saves us because this client was just hitting the brakes really hard. I gotta pause, but I can't see. So I gotta move forward and come up. And I'm looking left and right, okay? I'm just gonna be patient. Once this car goes by, I'll be the only car to make the turn, and that's nice. So I can just come up real easy. Remember what I said? Keep your turn short. You see me going in the nearest lane by the yellow. Okay. So we're on our journey. We want to make sure speed control is good. And these lights are terrible. And this car, because it's so old, the switch for the brights, every time you use a blinker comes on. So people think I'm flashing them and I'm not. That's a problem. So you gotta make sure your car's mechanically sound. We do have enough windshield washer solvent. You wanna buy an extra gallon, have it in the back in the trunk. I'm at about 40, speed limit's 50 here. We're going under speed because whenever the weather is bad like this, see this car speeding, they're gonna put us in danger. Stupid. And then I had my driver yesterday slow down way, way, way earlier. They did not understand. When you're driving in weather like this, you have black ice and you wanna roll up and have a beautiful slowdown. If you are a new driver, you're like, man, keep talking, man, I'm learning. If you've been driving 15 to 20 years, you're like, hey, this reminds me when I first learned how to drive. And it's good. You need to, I think every couple years, every 4 years, all people need to take a mandatory refresher class, learn best practice. See this big truck to my right? You're not playing, man. I don't want to mess with them. So I want to pick up my speed a little bit, hit that speed boost, and just stay out of their way. I'm not a tailgater, but I try to just stay smooth and be predictable. I was telling my driver this yesterday. We want to be predictable. Like they left their blinker on. What are they doing? This is confusing to us. Are they turning? Are they lost? So that's an error. I don't want to be behind them. We're driving 5 under the limit. My rear defroster's good. Car's still cold. This car to my right is impatient. I'm at 45 now. And people just want to go. They'll just cut you off. So, and this car's blinker's still on. What the heck are they doing? You're going to see this car coming in to my right. See how impatient they are? See them putting crazy pressure on them? That's ridiculous. They have the four ways on now, so something's going on with them. So I need to change lanes. And I want to stay out of their way. And then I'm going to get back over to the left and be predictable. You see how bad it is here? And I'm going to stay in the middle lane. I try to have my students driving that middle lane. This seems to be the smooth lane. And then until the county or the municipality comes out and clean, you don't know how the roads are going to be. And you have to drive at a speed that's safe. And I'm squeezing my brakes. See how smooth that was? And then my drivers, they were slamming brakes, and then we were sliding. And then all I could think of is a rear end collision. They're in a hurry. That car's like speed boost again. Okay? And it's really easy to get caught up in driving stupid fast, and then you make stupid mistakes. So you need to look at this from a scientific perspective. A driver who's in a hurry, a driver who wants to have a good driving record, and a driver who's a beginning. And even if you're an older dude or older lady, you're like, we're just gonna chill and be smooth, man. You know, we all have worked before. You know, you want to make it to work safely, make it to your destination safely. If you're going out of town, you got to get your car ready, gas, air in the tires. You always leave later than you think. And I'm just lifting my foot. GMC truck is still tailgating me, man. What is up with these people? See, they're in a freaking hurry. And what I noticed teaching these tutorials, if you try to drive smooth, watch that black truck that's cut over. If you try to drive smooth and chilled, people won't let you. And they're all in a hurry. Like that black, I think it's an Escalade. They're just leading the pack in a hurry. And you're saying to yourself, what is the freaking hurry? Why are you driving like this? Okay? And you have to understand, are you driving? Let's just see how close this is. And you'll pick your moments, when to go smooth and when to go fast. But driving reckless and cutting off cars, if this is what you want to see, you might as well go someplace else. I'm trying to teach you best practice, keep you safe. Again, if you got to go and push a little bit, you can. But all this, you can't, because people are stopping, cutting off, getting moving. And a lot of people would just suddenly stop. And then you're like, oh my God, what are they doing? Because we almost rear-ended a car yesterday because of inexperience. So traffic is starting to settle down now. All right? We're on this really tight curve. And I'm just trying to keep my distance. Car's a little bit out of control. I gotta settle down. I'm still not in that groove yet, just feeling comfortable. Now I'm starting to settle down again. It took my driver about 15 minutes to just get used to the environment out here. And to put a beginner out here will be challenging. It's still dark. We still got a lot of snow and ice. It's stop and go traffic. People don't have time. Excuse me. People don't have time to mess with someone who's learning how to drive. You got to know. And if you're coaching someone, you got to give them really accurate instructions. And you can see from the video is just kind of smooth right now. And then I'm going to change lanes to the left. And then I'm in. That's about 4 blinks. And then I keep my space. I try to be very deliberate and predictable. That's what I told my driver yesterday, who slammed the brakes and the ABS took over. Okay. And the timing on these lights, you need to look at the crosswalk sign. Oh my God, I hate this car. People think I'm flashing them and I'm not. And I hate this. It sends the wrong message. And I'm not that type of guy to be really crazy on the road. And I'm going to squeeze my brakes. And you remember that Escalade up there? It's the second car to the right. They were speeding coming through traffic. We caught up to them. It is really interesting to see how people drive. So you stop and go. Keep my space. This is more advanced. If you can't keep your speed, and also, my drivers were going off the road to right. They said yesterday, "Are you scared?" I said, "No, I don't want you to put the car into the ditch. You keep turning the wheel left and right, left and right, left and right." Because they haven't developed lane centering yet and lane focus. So we've already caught up to that Escalade on the right. Okay, so we passed them. We're rolling about 45. Just taking it easy. Car's starting to get warm. I would say everyone's kind of settled into their driving style now. And the later it gets, the worse it's going to get. And you notice we're driving in the groove. We're not hugging left. We're not hugging right. And my student said, "I can't see the lines in the road." I said, "I know. It's wintertime. You have to learn." Then they get really quiet. Now we have a backup. Time. Keeping good space. If you're not driving like this, you're going to end up hitting someone. You get in a ticket. Body shops, repair shops love drivers like you because they're going to have business when it gets personal foul hits. What about 40? My hands are still numb and my feet are still cold. I've seen drivers in flip-flops, slides. We don't allow that. We're a closed-toe shoe. Eventually I have to get over to the left. 3 blinks, not too bad. Everybody talked about that Rain-X. You see how clear the windshield is? I've used the Rain-X before. It's a little bit expensive. It does work. See how smooth things are right now? This is good driving. No one's really tailgating. The windshield wipers are so important, they're often forgotten. Get over it. This is a really sharp curve going on the left. So I'm gonna squeeze my brakes. Really easy. See how hard we came out? Over. These ramps are very dangerous because you have to yield to traffic to the left. Traffic on the expressway has the right of way. And we do not want to cross the solid white line. But yet, you see the driver breaking the law? Don't want to do that. We got to keep our space, take our time. Then I'm going to turn on my blinker and I'm going to slide over. That's what you're supposed to do. Keeping my space and my I can't get over yet. So I have to stay in this lane. No one's gonna let me over. And people wait till the last second to get over to this lane, and I need to get over to, oh, here's my gap. Hey, I got over real nice. That's the older school Range Rover. Kind of boxy, they could flip. So you need to know what type of vehicles are around you, whether their capabilities, whether their strengths and weaknesses. We're at about 60, speed limit 70. You can see the snow and ice on the car. That car was in my blind spot to the left. See how all these cars are stacking up together? It's called a wolf pack. You want to stay away from that. And I'm showing you real life what your windshield will be like. It's not going to be clean all the time, but it's not going to be super dirty. You're going to have glare from street lights, cars, and your eyes will have to adjust. It does fatigue your eyes. One of my clients told me, I've been driving since I was 7. And I said to her, you're more dangerous than this other client who's learning how to drive because you develop bad habits. I said, you would put the car in the ditch before he would. She said, why are you saying that? Why are you saying these bad things about me? I said, no, I'm speaking the truth because you're going to be overconfident and put us in danger. So she finally kind of understood that, but that's the truth that I'm going to speak. She didn't want to hear that, but I told her. And she was the one kind of all over the road, turning left and right, turning left and right. My other client was a lot smoother. And then she had to reverse it into a driveway and turn around. She said, I'm going to be on the grass. I said, no, you're not. We got out, looked at the tire prints. I said, you're not on the grass. You don't know what you're talking about. So a lot of clients try to tell the instructor their job. Those are the clients that cause a lot of struggle to themselves. So you need to just listen and be humble. But people today don't want to listen. You don't want to listen to your parent, your teacher, your coach, your financial advisor, and then you end up learning it the hard way. Crashing, broken relationship. I'm gonna get over one lane. And then here's my gap in space, and then I got there. So this is more common than you think. You just don't want to listen. So we're kind of in the heart of the rush hour. I like the middle lane. I can see everything. Traffic. Good morning. You're right. The truth does hurt. What you say, girl? How you doing? I was thinking about you. If your doctor says you can drive, you get out there and drive. And you know, if I was down there, I'd let you drive the car. I'm like, come on, let's go. Okay? So you gotta drive. We always have to. Driving is not perfect. Sometimes you feel good, sometimes your vision is blurry, sometimes you're tired, sometimes you're mad, sometimes you're hungry, you gotta go to the bathroom really bad. You know, you angry, emotional, breakup. I've been through all that, and your emotions do impact your driving. Real talk. Yeah, I told her. She didn't want to hear that. So, every student is different, and I look at it from a chill perspective. Okay? And you see me, I'm just trying to be smooth. I love driving. You know I do. You see this every day. But the environment changes. And this is winter time. Jay, I know you down there in the south and you have snow like this. I would love to bring you up here, let you eat in this snow. You will be like, oh my God, it's so cold. And the car is driving weird. I know. I have family lives in Alabama. I'm trying to squeeze. Oh, I saw that truck kind of slide a little bit there. I try to keep extra space. I'm just taking my time. But I find this, a lot of people like this Cadillac up here, they're just tailgating. Okay, they're in a hurry. And the more I teach you guys this, the more I see patterns of people tailgating. Like that black Cadillac up there really pushing hard in the left lane. And I'm trying to just be consistent in the middle lane. It depends on your style. If you want to push fast, get in the left lane, drive fast and crash, you'll jump. If you want to chill and be smooth, that's a nice relaxing driving, get in the middle lane. If you're going to be in the right lane, you're going to get cut off all the time by cars and trucks, and then your day will not be enjoyable. I like to go to work and pick up students and teach them when I'm chilled, but also I'm going to speak truth. I'm going to take you into some really tough areas. Then I'm going to show you how to merge on the expressway. We're going to parallel park. You got to know how to back. A lot of people do not know how to back up in the driveway, right? And if you can't back up, why are you even driving? If you can't park, why are you even driving? If you don't know how to merge on the freeway, why are you even driving? There's so many skills, and it's just why it takes time. Okay? Sorry about that. Jay, you're going to get a car, girl. You know we're going to help you get a car. Okay? People giving stuff away, man. You should go ahead and get one of those Teslas, my girl. Okay? You could qualify for a grant. You know, hey, Jay, that's what we need to look at. You could qualify for a grant. Jay, I'm thinking all type of ways now. You could qualify for a grant. And we don't know what's happening in the area, so I got to do some investigation. Okay? So, Jay, once I get to work, you know, we're a day before Christmas, right? You know, everyone's going to be chilled. Maybe I can do some research, and maybe you could qualify for a grant. Now, that might take some time. You're going to have to get a doctor's written note, but you could qualify for a grant and maybe get a car. Okay? You say you want to drive. You say you want to drive. How bad do you want to drive? You know, everyone wants to do things, you know, like me. At this LLC, I want to, you know, get a Tesla, make content, you know, drive, be my own businessman, but am I willing to do that? I have the LLC, I have a EN number, I just got to do research. So Jay, I just keep thinking about, we read about your eyes and, you could qualify. There are programs out there, because God will find a way. I'm going to pause. Like, Jay, let's pretend this is you. You got to time it. I'm waiting for a gap, okay? And I'm looking to the right, and I'm waiting for a gap. And when it's clear, I got to make this turn. That's the Tesla. I know them cars, man. Okay? And I'm creeping up. So, Jay, this is you. So I would say, just take your time. Okay, Jay, here's our gap. Get that gas, girl. Start. Gone. Yeah, Jay, that's for you. Just trying to inspire you in the morning. Because I'm silly, right? But I speak truth. So this is the server drive. So Jay, you're in Mississippi. When I get to the office, I'm going to look up some programs in your area. Because we got to find a way. We're not accepting no. We're not accepting no. TikTok's closing. So what? Move to another platform. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Okay? You don't have a car right now. We're going to find you one. Okay? First call to churches in your area. But I think you do better with the newer car. Just depends on your budget. I'm going to take my time. I'm yielding. So let's pretend you're driving, Jay. We're going to wait till it's clear. We're not trying to crash. We're being patient. And you arrive here alive. I'm trying to arrive alive. And I mean that. Life is precious. And you're like, okay. So we made it. It's going to get worse as the day goes on. So let's review a second. See, I got my hat on my head, got my beanie. I'm going to take this off. You have to really take your time. You saw me take my time, right? It's slick out here. People driving crazy, driving stupid, tailgating. They got a big vehicle. They think they can just ball out and push people out the way. No, 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 no. You got to drive smoothly, safely, take your time. Cars on a half a tank of gas, fine. Or if it was an electric vehicle, we on half a charge, that's fine. You saw me leave early, go through a drive-through, merge on the expressway, get in the middle lane. There's so many valuable pieces. And Jay, from talking to you and studying your eye condition, there are programs out there. You just got to look and dig. There are organizations that will help people. They will get you a car. They will lead you in the right direction, job training. So there's so many programs out there. And like I said, maybe God put you toward me, right? Are you doing good? Yes, I feel you. But you helped me kind of reevaluate my situation, right? Because why are we here on this earth if we don't care about other people and help other people? So that's what I found. So I might go live later, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And maybe I'll talk about, what I find for you, Jay, specifically. But there are programs in all the states in the United States to help people who have disabilities, right? And, Jay, we saw the pictures on Instagram. Beautiful young lady. You're going to be fine. Self-esteem is really important. We all want to look nice and care about ourselves and feel good about ourselves. And I get that. That personal aspect is so important. And then set your mission forward. You're a young lady, you got a long life ahead of yourself. You're going to live to be 100. So you just got to find, you don't have to have everything in place right now, Jay. Okay? The main thing is that we get you driving as soon as possible. We get you a job. And because once you really get out there, you got to work every day. You got to pay bills. And you got to get up. And a lot of people just want to stay home and lay down and play. I'm not built like that. But I want to say I love all of you, and hopefully this is real life to you. And then, Jay, I'm going to do some research. I'd like to go live at about 10 Eastern Standard Time. It's probably 9 your time, and just tell you what I found, tell you about programs, talk about some adult driving, and there's some opportunities. So guys, ladies, thank you. I will talk to you later. Bye.